In this video, we are going to discuss about standard amino acids. Now, in a living organism, there are hundreds of different amino acids, okay? But out of those, 22 different amino acids participate in protein synthesis. Okay, out there are hundreds of different amino acids that are there in living organisms. But out of those, only 22 different amino acids participate in protein synthesis, and we call it them as ribosomically incorporated proteins. Okay, so these 22 different amino acids that participate in protein synthesis, okay, which are ribosomically incorporated into proteins, those 22 different amino acids are known as standard or proteogenic amino acids. Okay, so standard and proteogenic amino acids are the 22 different amino acids that participate in protein synthesis, that is, they make your protein, and which like ribosomes are involved. Ribosomes incorporate them, and then the protein is synthesized. So that is the reason why they are known as to be used in ribosomically incorporated proteins. Okay, in the synthesis of ribosomically incorporated proteins. Now, there are some amino acids which are more abundant in proteins. Okay, for example, consider these 4 amino acids, that is leucine, serine, lysine, and glutamic acid. Okay, these 4 amino acids are the most abundant amino acid residues that you will find in a typical protein. Okay, which are they? Leucine, serine, lysine, and glutamic acid are the most abundant amino acid residues that exist in a typical protein. Now, we saw the most abundant, okay, and the thing is that this tryptophan and methionine are the rare amino acids which are found in protein. So, this leucine, serine, lysine, glutamic acid are the most abundant, and the most rare are tryptophan and methionine. Now, this standard L-alpha amino acids are specified by simple 3-letter codons. Okay, we study this during translation of proteins. So yeah, the simple 3-letter codons will specify a standard L-alpha amino acid. Now, this alpha amino acids are classified on the basis of the properties of their side chains or R group. And the properties which we mainly focus is the polarity of the side chain and the tendency of the side chain to interact with water at pH 7. Okay, so according to the properties of the side chain, according to the properties of the R group, the alpha amino acids are classified, and mainly these properties are the polarity of the side chain and the tendency of the side chain to interact with water at pH 7. Now, the polarity of the side chain vary widely, okay, from non-polar hydrophobic to highly polar hydrophilic. Okay, the polarity of the side chains vary widely. Now, let's see the amino acids with non-polar side chains. Okay, the side chains are non-polar. Now, in the 22 standard amino acids, there are 9 amino acids which have non-polar side chains. Okay, their side chains are non-polar. There are 9 amino acids. 9 standard amino acids are there, and these are those amino acids, that is glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, proline, methionine, phenylalanine, and tryptophan. Okay, the side chains of these amino acids is non-polar. Now, out of this, proline is different because its side chain is bonded with nitrogen as well as alpha carbon atom. So, out of this 9 amino acids, the proline is different because its side chain is bonded with nitrogen and alpha carbon atoms. And phenylalanine and tryptophan have aromatic side chains. Okay, they are included in the non-polar side chain amino acids, and the phenylalanine and tryptophan in this group have aromatic side chains. So the side chain of phenylalanine is phenyl ring, and the side chain of the tryptophan contain indole ring. Okay, so there is phenyl ring in the side chain of the phenylalanine, and then there is indole ring in the side chain of tryptophan. Okay, now let's consider the amino acids with uncharged polar side chain. So out of 22 standard amino acids, there are 6 amino acids which have uncharged polar side chains. Their side chains are polar and also uncharged. Okay, and these 6 amino acids are serine, threonine, cysteine, asparagine, glutamine, and tyrosine. Okay, so these 6 amino acids have side chains which are polar but they are uncharged. Now, serine, threonine, and tyrosine. Okay, out of this serine, threonine, and tyrosine have hydroxyl group in their side chains. Now, let's consider amino acids with charged polar side chain. Okay, they have side chain which is polar and that is charged also. Now, charged means it can be positively charged and it can be negatively charged. So, let's first look at the positively charged side chains amino acids. Now, lysine and arginine have side chains which are positively charged, which contain positively charged groups at neutral or physiological pH. Okay, so amino acids which have a positively charged side chain is lysine and arginine. Okay, so lysine has amino group and arginine in its side chain has guanidinum group. Okay, the side chain of lysine have amino group which is positively charged and the side chain of arginine have guanidinum group which is positively charged. Now there is histidine also in this group which has imidazole aromatic ring in its side chain, which is a planar 5-membered heterocyclic ring. Now this imidazole ring which is there in this histidine can be uncharged or it can be positively charged, and it depends on the local environment. Okay, so it can be positively charged or it can be uncharged depending on the local environment, the imidazole aromatic ring of the histidine. Now let's see the negatively charged side chains. Okay, amino acids which have negatively charged side chains. So aspartate and glutamate have acidic side chains as they contain negatively charged carboxyl groups at the physiological pH. Okay, the side chain of the aspartate and glutamate have negatively charged carboxyl group at pH 7 or physiological pH, and that is the reason why it is said that aspartate and glutamate have acidic side chains. So let's see the structure of these amino acids now. So first we saw amino acids with non-polar side chain. So this is the structure of glycine, simplest amino acid, it's just have hydrogen. Then alanine, it has CH3. Then valine, it has CH3. Then leucine, which has CH2, and this is how the structure of the isoleucine is there. And this is proline, this is methionine, this is phenylalanine, you can see aromatic rings in here, and this is tryptophan. Now let's look at the amino acids with uncharged polar side chains. Okay, so this is serine, this is how its side chain is there. This is threonine, this is cysteine, this is asparagine, this is glutamine, and this is tyrosine. Now let's look at the amino acids with charged polar side chain at pH 7. Okay, so these 3 amino acids have positively charged side group. Okay, lysine, arginine, and histidine. Okay, these 3 amino acids have a positively charged side chain. And then let's look at the negatively charged R group. Okay, so the side chain of the aspartate and glutamate is negatively charged. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.